told. Listen. What's up? Welcome to Truth Be Told, where every man is king and the truth unfolds, and every word spoken comes from the soul, and the audience members love to take control. No topic is taboo, we talk about it all, and the host so funny you gonna shout and fall out your seat. Your life's not complete without a moment of truth once every 2 weeks, and we speak like none other. Educated real brothers, family style for you, your kids and your mother, and we love to gain your trust. Just sit right down, relax and enjoy. This is where the truth is found. Truth be told.
What up? What's good? Welcome to Truth Be Told.
That's right.
Where every man is king. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I am one of your hosts, RealEyez of OTS Entertainment. Yeah.
And I'm Sundjata. Say cool.
Exactly. We want to thank y'all for watching. Thank you for being with us again this Tuesday. We do this every single Tuesday, same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we just rock out and have a great show for you.
That's right.
We appreciate y'all. We appreciate you coming, watching. We appreciate y'all in the chat room and all that. So thank you again, and welcome to the show. So, as usual, how was your week, brother?
I was robbed this week, brother.
What?
Robbed. Highway robbery.
You got
ganked?
Ganked? What?
Yeah, I got ganked.
You got juked?
I got jukes.
That's that New York slang.
Yeah.
What up?
I'm gonna do some snitching tonight.
Yo, we don't prescribe to that here, man. We don't.
Nah, we gotta snitch.
Nah, son, we don't.
I'm not in the streets. You see me with my tie, so I don't have to deal with street rules. But I got ganked.
But you're my co-host, and I'll be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? We're not my G's. You know what I mean? So, but you know what?
Robbed.
Don't let me stop. What happened, brother? What happened?
Sean Carter robbed me. Robbed me out of my $12.99.
You paid? Oh.
I paid for that Magna Carta album, and he robbed me without a gun.
Oh.
Jay-Z robbed me.
See, that's because he has an iPhone. If you had an Android-based phone, like, I don't know, the Samsung Galaxy S4, we got it for free. But continue, my brother.
Yes, Jay-Z robbed me. So I'm listening on the radio about that. Twerk, Molly, twerk. So I said, okay, I can deal with it. I can roll with it in the whip. I can understand that. Then I heard that Tom Ford. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, man, that thing got me. It reminded me of Shaka Zulu, the miniseries. You remember Shaka Zulu, the miniseries?
I thought that was all right, that miniseries.
Yeah, even though, how did the song go? Somebody out there help me out, but there was a Shaka Zulu miniseries. Anyway, the Tom Ford remind me of that Shaka Zulu. You remember the theme song was like doom 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 doom.
That's probably where they got it from.
We are growing higher. That's what it is. We are growing higher. But anyway, that part, I'm telling you, the Tom Ford remind me of that. And that beat was just so knocking. I said, man, I gotta go get this album.
And then what?
I paid $12.99 for the album, and I got jukes. Next track, track 4 after Tom Ford. Skip. Track 5. Skip. Track 6. Skip. Track 7. Skip. I skipped all the tracks, and got back to Tom Ford, and I'm playing in the car now. Tom Ford, back to back to back to back.
So. Outside of Tom Ford, you didn't like none of the tracks?
The only one I can kind of get into, and I just got it like maybe a couple hours. I got it like 3 o'clock today. So, but I have to give it a little bit more time, but I think I got robbed. But the only one I like other than that is the Molly.
The twerk. Somewhere in America.
Yeah, that one's okay.
So this is your life section?
This is my life section. This is what happened in my life. Jay-Z, Sean Carter, jukes me.
For those of you who are new to the show, this is a new segment we do. We're going to do every week. It's called the Life Section, where we talk about something personal. And this is what Sundjata has decided to talk about.
That's right. He jukes me for my $12.99. He strong-armed me. He turned me into the shook one. That brother got me for my money. Hard-working money that I have to get. That brother took me for my money, and I only like one song on his album so far.
Well, let me say this, right? I also got the album for free, and I downloaded the app. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the app for free. It comes with the album. You download the album, whatever. And I deleted it.
No.
No offense, Jay. You're one of the best to do it, brother. But I can't rock with that album, yo. Like, honestly, like, maybe 4 or 5 songs. And this is actually a pretty lengthy album. It has, like, maybe 15 or 16 tracks, something like that. Maybe, like, 4 or 5 of them are good. And, I mean, it's better than Yeezus. But at the same time, it's not what I expect. I don't know what he's doing. Like, the production is pretty ill. I give him that. But, like, you know, he had...
I think Jay-Z was...
Swizz, all these top-notch producers, of course.
But he was stealing, and I don't want to say this, but it's true. He was stealing Chief Keef flow.
Chief Keef's flow. Big shout out to my brother Remarkable Remy. He steals 2 Chainz flow.
2 Chainz.
There's a few different people that he's emulating.
Yeah.
And it's like, dog, you're Jay-Z. Everybody emulates you. Why are you stealing people's style that's out there now?
Rick Ross style. He's like on it, but they all of them to me go back to Pimp C. It's like they're like Pimp C's children because he used to flow like that. But that's not what I expected.
Sorry, brother. We all were let down. Now, the crazy thing is, there are some people that swear this album is like crazy. Like
I don't think
Facebook,
so.
I've seen some reviews. People, oh, this album is amazing. I just saw an article earlier today on Complex.com. Shout out to them, like that site, and it rated all of Jay-Z's albums from worst to best.
Right.
Where do you think? And he has 17 albums. What do you think?
Damn, 17 albums,
including his comps, like the one with Watch the Throne, and including Best of Both Worlds with R. Kelly. Where do you think?
17, that's a lot.
Where do you think it ranged?
I thought Jay-Z Volume 2 album wasn't that good. I don't think it was good. The one with the Sunshine, I don't think that was good. So I would say this is second to last. I think Volume 2 was the worst, but I think this is second to last.
It actually rated like out of his albums number 10 on the way to the top.
So what was worse than this? Do you remember?
No, but they had a few. I know Reasonable Doubt was number 2. And
what was number 1? Blueprint?
The Blueprint. They think that was
the first one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They think that was his best album to date.
Oh, okay.
So
I can rock with that.
So I guess what are y'all feelings? I mean, the chat room seems to think that it's pretty whack. Blackout, shout out to you. He says he downloaded it and he's happy he didn't buy it.
Jukes me Blackout.
Looney Tunes says you actually have to listen to it.
Come on, Lou. You like all the Jay-Z stuff.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I guess the consensus of truth be told is it's kind of whack.
And this is rare for us.
Yeah.
We both don't agree on something. Yeah. We rarely both agree on anything.
Yeah. We got to do trivia for this show.
That's right.
Down the line.
That's right.
What did Sundjata and RealEyez actually agree on?
That's right.
Jay-Z's Magna Carta album is kind of... Okay, so... Anything you want to say to finish off your section, your life section?
This was the last album I bought was Shorty Lowe's album. That album was fire. Those beats was knocking. The last album I actually bought was Shorty Lowe, Units in the City. Y'all go check that out. Man. That was a good album.
You might have just undone everything.
No, Units in the City. I'm telling you, it was knocking. Shorty Low, I'm 10 toes down on the side. Oh, that was a good album. But this was the last one I bought, and this was like the last time I bought. I think this was maybe 2008 or 7. So I decided to buy this album, and I was let down. This is why I don't buy albums. So I will not be juked by none of you rappers anymore.
I want to shout Always Poppin', who's in the chat room.
Always Poppin' is back.
Toon said, if you didn't get what you expect, that doesn't mean it was bad. It's dope. I see your point. Just because you may not like it,
right?
It doesn't mean that it's not a good album. Okay, so overall, but that can get real deep, and you can start talking about standards of what exactly is a good album, and it's really very subjective.
I think Yeezus' album is a better album because it's trying to push something forward. It's trying to push the music forward, push hip hop forward. He's taking chances. Jay-Z is just running with everybody else's formula. On a conceptual level, I say Yeezus is a better album in terms of what he's trying to do with the art.
Conceptually, yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Okay, so there we have it. This is the consensus on Magna Carta, Holy Grail. I think it has amazing beats. I could have. I don't know. I feel like Jay-Z could have done better. Even better on the ears for me. I don't know what you put in the question marks for, Tunes. Elaborate. All right. So moving on. First thing we want to discuss this evening. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. I mean, obviously you're aware that the Trayvon Martin trial is ongoing. But there was a game that was put on the iTunes library and in the Google Play Store. And that's all mobile for those of you who are not aware. And the name of the game is Angry Trayvon.
Oh.
And the character, actually, I'll show you guys what it looks like.
Let's go to the videotape.
You always wanted to say that. Let's go to the tape. All right. So that's a picture of the game. What I'm gonna do right now is, oh, okay, well, I think I shut it down by mistake. But I'm gonna go back to it, and you guys are gonna listen as I do this. Good, here it is. I'm gonna read the synopsis of the game. For those of you who download games from, the mobile app stores or whatever, they always give a little blurb about what the game's about. This is what it says. Trayvon is angry, and nobody can stop him from completing his world tour of revenge on the bad guys who terrorize cities every day. Use a variety of weapons to demolish Trayvon's attackers in various cities around the world. As you complete a level, you will notice more bad guys coming at Trayvon at a faster pace and a deadlier attack. If you like to attack from far, then purchase the dagger, as you'll be able to throw it at your enemies for the kill. If you want to dominate the leaderboards across the world, then make sure you collect the money that the bad guys will drop once you kill them to increase your score. So there was a video attached to it, like most new games in the App Store, so you can see what it looks like. As of this broadcast, this game has been removed from the Google Play Store and the iTunes Store. There was mega backlash on the internet.
As it should be.
Against this game.
As it should be.
How untasteful are you to even think it'd be all right to put out a game like that? Now, mind you, from the synopsis of what I read, Trayvon is supposed to be the good guy in the game.
Okay.
But in regards to what happened in real life, he's basically George Zimmerman.
Right.
Because George Zimmerman is the one that wants to rid the streets of all the criminal element. And he's a hunter, which is the crazy thing. So it's like they figured, you know what, we don't want to say, they could have called it Angry George Zimmerman or something.
Right.
But they tried to flip it to make it seem so, it's not that. The company that put it out, Trade Digital.
Trade Digital.
That's the name of the company.
That sound like they just set that company up.
Probably. Said that, they didn't mean any disrespect. The game wasn't based in any sort of race relations or nothing to that effect. And they're sorry that people took it so seriously. It was just meant for entertainment. Right, idiots. At this time, you drop this game during the trial, like you are a complete and utter fool. So now this is the funny thing. That game is taken down, right? I don't know how it passed the screening process for Google or Apple in the first place to get onto their game sites, but whatever. Then, according to my research, another game sprung up, and the name of that game, Zimmerman Hunter.
Let me ask you something. What's the difference between these games and Grand Theft Auto?
Well, if you're talking about just in terms of violence,
right?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's the theme associated. I mean, being a nerd and a video game head myself, we all know that Grand Theft Auto is based on stealing cars and doing certain missions and things to that effect.
That's right.
Whereas this game specifically is to, actually, in Zimmerman Hunter, the name of the company that produces the game is Wazumbi.
Wazumbi.
It says, urges players to stop Zimmerman from killing those evil hoodie-wearing, Skittles brandishing, non-white people.
Oh!
That's exactly what it says in the app. And it says currently people are calling for the removal of this game as well, which of course makes sense.
But listen.
Big shout out to Always Poppin'. He says, did they seriously think that because they make him the vigilante good guy, that would make it all okay? Toon says, respect the deceased at least. And I mean, I think some people just have no sense. They find a way to make money. Now, mind you, the crazy thing is, there are people that bought this game. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure there are just tons of racist people all over the planet.
Right.
So whoever made this game probably was aware that, okay, this is not going to have a very long life span.
Right.
Let's get it out there. Let's push it. Let's get the money. Because I'm sure that whoever bought this game, when the game is pulled, they're not getting their money back. So they might have made a cool, quick $1 million, $2 million, and now they're off. And they can go on and do something else that's not as race related. Crazy, yo. But in the research I was doing, it says this isn't the first time that a game developer, oh, by the way, this is news1.com, a game developer ruffled some feathers with a game starring tragic characters. In 2005, Danny Ladone made a game that titled Super Columbine Massacre, RPG, which was obviously based on the shooting at Columbine High School in Ohio. So, like, it's happened before.
Right.
But, you know, I guess some people are just really distasteful. Like, how, I don't know, I think, like...
But these video games are popular like that, though. Like the Grand Theft Autos of the world?
Yeah, but, like, you know, it's popular because it's not based on events in real life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, granted, I'm sure there's tons of people that get their car stolen, and there are people that die of violent, you know, crimes every day. It's different when it's something that's so public. It's something that's happening right now, the timing, and when they decided to release the game. Like, the trial is ongoing, like, now.
That's why they think they should do it.
I mean,
to make some money.
Don't get me wrong, and again, you guys know sometimes I like to get on my business aspect. Business-wise, it might have been a savvy move. It makes sense. This is the hot topic of the moment. You drop this game, you know you're going to get publicity. Negative or bad, you're going to get it. And again, if you can get those people in to buy that stuff as quickly as possible, shit, why not?
Why not?
You see what I'm saying? But the part of me that's not business, that has a soul, is like, that's horrible. Why would you try to profit off of this child's death?
Off of misery.
You know what I mean? So, crazy. Blackout said they made a game off of dude in Cali, too. I don't know what dude.
Oh, the police officer you talking about?
Yeah, let us know what you're talking about, Blackout.
What was his name? I forgot.
I don't know. You're not talking about...
Remember that police officer? He went on a rampage and...
Oh, yeah, it was killing people.
And they killed him. Then they killed him and they burned him up or something?
Yeah, so he couldn't get the truth out is what everybody thought. Yeah, I remember that. That was a crazy situation.
But are you shocked? Are you surprised?
That this game was made?
Yes.
I'm not shocked that the game was made.
Oh, okay.
I'm shocked that it was able to get onto the Apple and to the Google gaming sites. Like, there's an approval process to get on these sites.
Right. And
they made it past that. I don't understand how that works. Like, who sitting in the office looked at this and said, yeah, that's good, go. Like, are you that money hungry? That because you have to pay to get on these, to get onto their websites. Are you that money hungry that you're like, yeah, so this is a little tasteless, but send it on through.
It's
you
business.
Know what I mean?
It's American business. There's no morality to it. It's capitalism.
It's horrible, is what it is. Blackout said the police officer Dorner. Yeah, that's the same guy. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was really, really, really bad. Bad taste. And, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's not going to shut down the company, I'm sure. They'll just be back with something else, but it probably won't be as obvious, themed on something that's going on like this. So, I don't know. I guess we'll get to the moment of truth on that. Truth be told, I think it's a horrible capitalistic society.
He's now a socialist. For those of you that don't know, that means socialist. Government runs a lot of the businesses. I am mad at the people that developed the game, but honestly, people are entitled to their opinions. I personally feel like for you to develop a game like that and think it's cool, you're a racist. Whatever. If that's what it is, that's what it is. What bothers me is that it was able to get as far as it did, that it was able to get onto the Google Play Store and able to get onto the Apple iTunes Store. That's what bothers me. I think that's whack, truth be told. My truth be told is I'm not surprised at all. And matter of fact, I'm surprised that it didn't even come out sooner than what it actually did. This is a society where the most popular video games are the most violent ones. The most popular movies are the most violent movies. So in this society where violence is the order of the day, of course they're going to put out something that's violent in nature and that led to someone's death. So I'm not surprised at all. And you know me, to some people, this is art. So, you know me, I just don't consume it. I mean, I like it, but I don't consume it, but I don't think they should be banned from making it. That's just my opinion across the board. That's my truth be told.
Cool. All right, so before we get into some other subject matter, this is gonna be one of those shows that we're tackling like real issues. Sorry. Hey, some people, as we discuss all the time, some people don't like to tackle the real stuff. But before we get into heavy stuff, we want to get into something light. It's time for.
There you go.
Another RealEyez review. All right. So, I went to the movies. It seems like I go to the movies every week.
You always at the movies.
Hey, man. I like movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I saw Let Me Explain. Kevin Hart's new movie.
This is like a stand-up movie?
It's a stand-up.
Oh, okay.
With actual movie elements. I mean, there's some acting in it. There's some actual just like real footage. Like, behind the scenes type footage. But then there's some parts that are obviously staged. So it's acting. So technically, I guess it's still a movie.
Right.
Let me just say that Kevin Hart is a genius. Genius and a fool. The man is funny. Right now, he's on top of the world. He's doing great. I applaud him. Good job, Kevin. Black man, entrepreneur, making money. The movie was hilarious. It was hilarious, yo. Like, it was very funny. It's not the type of movie that I guess you can really spoil. I'm not going to, repeat his jokes, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be as funny if I did it anyway.
Right.
But the movie was funny. It was really funny, and it was dope. I suggest you go see it. My hood people, you already know what it is. You probably already got it on bootleg.
Blackout.
You know what I'm saying? Shout him out.
Blackout. What site you be going to, Blackout? You never sent me that information.
He did. It's the Pirate Bay.
Oh, Pirate Bay.
Yeah.
Okay, Blackout be having all those things.
Yeah, so I thought it was hilarious, man. He, at the end of the movie, something that I thought was pretty dope.
Right.
And I guess this happened at one of his shows at Madison Square Garden. He sold out the Garden. I wasn't aware of this till he said it. I didn't do research.
He sold out. There's two parts of Madison Square Garden. He sold out the theater, or he sold out where the Knicks play. Because where the Knicks play, it's like 20,000
He sold out where the Knicks play.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what he said, 30,000 people.
Oh, okay.
So he said, at the end of the movie, I am one of an elite group of people that were able to, comedians, that were able to sell out Madison Square Garden. And, he kind of, did a little breakdown thing and was crying or whatever. It was real emotional or whatever. Yeah, he was like, yo, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you guys. And, it was dope. And I'm sitting there like, damn, that's a real dude right there, son.
I don't know. He left his wife and went to go for some model woman now.
He said.
When he got put on.
He said, he talked about that.
Oh, he talked about that?
Go see. Let me explain.
What did he say about it?
He said basically, he was like, yeah, so I cheated on my wife. Am I sorry? No. He's just like
that?
Yeah, he said, of course he made a joke about it, but he basically said that people said he got Hollywood, and that's why he left his wife. And he said, he said, I left my wife because I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying it's true. It's not true. He addressed it, which is, I guess, the important part, because
I think I'm the only person in America that don't find Kevin Hart funny.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't. I try watching his jokes on his things on the Netflix. I just don't find him funny. I don't know. I find Chris Rock funny, but I don't find Kevin Hart funny. I don't like his buffoonery.
A lot of people do find him funny. That's why he's on top right now.
Yeah, but
name a comedian bigger than Kevin Hart right now.
No. I'm not debating that. I know he's very popular, but I'm just saying. I don't like when people are making jokes and people are laughing at them instead of with them. I think we laugh at Kevin Hart. He always made jokes about his height.
Yeah, but self-deprecating humor is one of the standpoints of a good stand-up comic. You can't make fun of everybody else and not make fun of yourself. And I think that's why he's so popular, because he's not afraid to make jokes about himself.
You think so?
All of his stand-up includes majority, he'll joke on other people, his family, and so on and so forth.
Right.
But that's what's funny about Kevin Hart, and he knows that, I think, and he's taken that and ran with it. It's not that my jokes are funny.
Uh-huh.
It's that you find what I go through funny, and you find the way I present it to you funny.
Mm.
Somebody could go on stage and say the same things he says, and it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah, because he has that high pitched voice too.
Exactly. It's his mannerisms. It's how he acts on stage. It's his minstrel showness. I'm sorry. Like,
that buffoonery.
it is buffoonery,
Yes.
but it works for him. But it's not. To me, I feel like it's. I mean, this can become a whole nother conversation.
What?
It's not buffoonery that's been orchestrated
By the white man?
by the white man. How did you know I was gonna say that?
What the
hell, yo?
You paused. It is buffoonery that's orchestrated by the white man, because you can't get no movie in Hollywood unless it's a white person.
Brother.
greenlighting that movie.
He's doing that himself. He didn't, just like the last one. The last stand-up he did, he
By
didn't go.
himself.
Yeah, he shot it through Heartbeat Productions, and he shops it. He goes to like chains of movie theaters and shops it to the movie theaters. He makes the deals himself. He doesn't go through like
who distributed, like Lion Gate or something like that?
probably somewhere like that when it
Right.
comes to the DVD. But for the movie theater part of it, that's all him. So he gets
All
all,
him?
that dough. Well, not just him and his company. They get all. Yes.
You sure?
Yo, he said it. Unless he's lying, but I'm
I
sure.
don't know if he's lying or not,
It can be researched.
I
You know what I'm
don't know,
saying?
like if they would let it in the theaters like that, because I know they have distribution networks that distribute it in New Jersey and Florida and Arizona and stuff like that. I don't know how he would do that on their own, because even Ice Cube, who has Cube Vision, still have to go through a distributor.
Yeah,
And Tyler Perry has to go through a distributor.
No, I mean, but distribution is different. Obviously, with distribution, there's a deal that's
Right.
being made between them. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like-
But get back to your buffoonery about the white man.
But basically, yeah. So
Mhm.
basically, I think he found his niche. I want to shout out Tunes, who
Uh-huh.
said you have to have an angle.
That's his angle. Buffoonery. I thought you don't like buffoonery, too.
Always Papa says sometimes it's not what you say, but how you deliver it.
Oh, that's true.
It's like it's like with rappers sometimes
Right.
too. There's some rappers who lyrically are garbage,
Right.
but they have the right voice. Their
That's right.
delivery makes a world of difference. You see
That's
what
right.
I'm saying?
That's true.
And it's the same thing in this situation. I feel like it's not what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. It's how he's presenting himself. It's people feel connected to him because it's like, look, I'm giving you a look into my life and the real situations in my life, and I'm gonna talk about them. He didn't talk about his DUI.
Oh,
He
he had
made-
DUI?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was on TMZ. They caught him coming out of court and everything, and he just was like, "Yeah, I made the mistake. I shouldn't have done it. I did it. I got caught, and that's it." But he didn't joke about it. He said like a quick thing about it at the beginning of the movie, and that's it. He didn't make jokes about it on stage, but I can understand that because it's a negative part of his life.
Right.
He acknowledged it happened in the movie, but he didn't stay on it. He's like, I can't really make no jokes about it. It was a mistake. That's what he said.
But I want to hear about your the minstrel show.
Well, no, I mean that's it. Like
The menstrual. You said no. You were alluding to that it's not menstrual, like with white people telling him to be menstrual. I think you were alluding to something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, I'm saying that he's doing it himself because it works for him. That's the angle he's taking. It's not like, for instance, like
Who?
who $50 million show? Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Oh, you're saying that Kevin Hart's funnier than Dave Chappelle?
No, I didn't
Oh,
say he's
okay,
funnier than Dave Chappelle.
Good.
Man, you good? Yeah.
No, because you're about to. Come on, bro.
No, what I'm saying is the difference is Dave
Okay.
Chappelle, it was orchestrated. He had a deal with the man, and that's why he had to run off to Africa, all that pressure for what they expected from him, all the money they wanted to give him.
Right.
Whereas Kevin Hart's doing it himself. There's no pressure. It's like he's at a point where you got to come to him. No matter who you are, whatever big company, you come to him and say, hey, we'd like you to do this.
Right.
It's not like he's coming to them saying, hey, I want to do a stand-up special. You see what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle, they came to him, but they still made sure that they had him on paper. Like, we control you regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it got to a point where it got so crazy, he just had to leave, as opposed to, $50 million. Who walks away from $50 million? Like, something has to be going on for you to be able to walk away from that.
Yeah,
and think it's better. You see what I'm
because he
saying?
spoke about that too. Say that they
On the
wanted
actors in the actor studio.
Yeah, he was saying he did a blackface one time. He was painting himself in a blackface, and the way a white audience member was laughing, it was like different, and it affected him in a negative way because they were laughing at him instead of with him, and that just had an effect on him that he didn't want to do it anymore. But man, his DVDs are still good.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle.
listen, I have all of the Chappelle Show DVDs. Not the lost episodes, like after he left.
Oh, with Ashley.
Yeah, with Ashley Larry.
Oh, yeah.
No offense to them, it's not the same.
Yeah, cut it
But,
out, Ashley Larry.
it was good. I think it was funny.
Mm.
According to like the people who do the movie tabulations, his movie was like 5th or 6th place, and he made like $17 million his first week, which is actually record breaking for somebody doing it the way he's doing it.
Right.
So it's like Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, the music act. I have the album, it's dope. They're completely independent, and they're like over platinum already. So
Macklemore?
Yeah, with no major distribution.
Right, I heard about that.
You see what I'm saying? So it's basically, I bring that up just to show the comparison that basically it's like, hey, I'm doing it by myself. Like somebody who sells 50,000 copies of their album out the trunk of their car.
Like Master P.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all never give Master P his props.
You know what I mean? He just opened a college. Do you know that?
Opened a college?
He opened a college.
What he doing opening a college?
I don't want to get into it without doing the proper research, but he opened a college.
University of Phoenix branch?
I don't know. I don't know, but he definitely opened a college. Bananas.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. That's let me explain. I didn't even.
How many realizes?
I didn't bring a clip because I'm sure you guys have all seen clips or you've seen the movie already, but definitely see it. Support the brother, man.
How many realizes?
Man, I'd have. Man, I know this is gonna seem like you said I always do it.
You always give
it was
people
good. Nah, listen, man. This is the 4th movie I'll be reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
The first movie was World War Z. I gave it 2 realizes. The second movie was Man of Steel. I gave it 4 realizes. The last movie I did was damn it, I forgot. It was the last show. Somebody remind me.
I don't even know.
But I did. Oh, This Is the End.
This is the end.
Yeah, the apocalypse movie, the comedy with
right,
Jonah Hill and all them.
Okay.
I gave that 5 realizes. It was hilarious.
Okay.
I give this 5 realizes. It was hilarious. 5 realizes. For Let Me Explain. Big shout out to the brother Kevin Hart. We're working to try to get him on the show right now. All right, so now it's time to get back into the heavy stuff. Hopefully we don't lose viewers. What I'm about to play for you is disturbing, to say the least. All right. If it's too heavy for you, just turn away.
Suck it up.
All right. Did you tell me you couldn't finish watching this?
I did tell you that. I did tell you that.
If you can't finish watching it, man, just go turn away for a second and then come back to it. I watched it and it was crazy. My eyes were tearing up, not laughing wise. Like I felt bad after watching this, and that's me being a real G and all that, just being 100% with you. I will give you a little, I guess, quick background. It involves Yasiin Bey.
Most Def.
Exactly, that's what he's known as to most of the hip hop community. You know, he changed his name. Yasiin Bey is undergoing the same procedure that detainees at Guantanomo Bay undergo. Those of them that are hunger striking.
Signed off by your boy, your man, your favorite president,
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
So
who grew up Muslim himself.
This is what they have to go through if they decide that they don't want to eat. They want a hunger strike. In order for them to, I guess, they want these people to stay alive. This is what they go through. So again, it's kind of graphic. If you're watching and you have kids around, this is probably not the best thing to see. Unless you want them to grow up revolutionary, then you should let them watch it.
Yeah.
But here we go. It's about 4 minutes long, and we're going to play the whole thing. We'll be back.
Peace. My name is Yasiin Bey, and I'm here today to demonstrate the standard operating procedure for force-feeding detainees at Guantanamo Bay. Good morning. No, please, stop it, please, stop! That's just me, please stop, I can't do it. I really want to thank you guys for setting this up and even having the idea to do it. I really didn't know what to expect. I remember tubing in the first part of it is not that bad, but then you get this burning. I got this burning. And then it just starts to be like really unbearable. It feels like something was going into my brain, and it started to reach to the back of my throat, and I really couldn't take it. My name is Yasiin Bey, and I'm just taking part in a demonstration of standard operating procedure for force-feeding detainees at Guantanomo Bay. Peace and good morning.
Yeah, so hopefully y'all still with us, man.
Time to impeach the president. What? You signing off on these things?
I mean, it's crazy, yo. It's I don't know. I feel like this is absolutely bananas, yo. We actually did lose a viewer or two, man. I know it's graphic. It's crazy, especially I think the biggest impact of this comes from the fact that it's a face we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Mos Def. This is the mighty Mos. You know, regardless of what he calls himself, we're familiar with him from hip hop and from, you know, all of that stuff and his acting as well. And to see him undergo this treatment, right? That, if you want to be, I guess, frank, is saving the lives of these detainees. Like, it's not pretty, but that's what it is. They're force feeding them. They're putting this tube in their nose, you know, that goes down their throat to their stomach to put food into them so they don't die. Because these people are trying to starve themselves to protest. But it's crazy, yo. Like, it's
Ramadan Mubarak to all of you celebrating Ramadan for the next couple of weeks. I'm not surprised that the United States Empire doing this to people who haven't even been charged. This is why Barack Hussein Obama can't close Guantanamo. Because if he closed Guantanamo, they can't do stuff like that in the United States soil. They have to leave it open so they can torture people. So Barack Hussein Obama, who I voted for twice, who you voted for twice, who most of you out there voted for twice, he's allowing these procedures to take place. So I think Barack Hussein Obama should come up on charges.
And what would those charges be?
He is now allowing these prisoners of war, if you want to call them that, prisoners of combat, he is allowing these prisoners of war to be tortured. And torture is against the Geneva Convention laws for dealing with hostile groups or even prisoners. So he's breaking the Geneva Convention laws on how to deal with hostages that America signed. So Barack Obama should be brought up on charges. He should. If this is Bush, people will be out in the streets protesting like crazy. Why are you not protesting against him? Is it because he's singing a little Al Green? Huh? Is it because he have Jay-Z and Beyonce at his inaugural?
I think it's because most people just aren't aware.
No, people are aware. People are aware that these things are happening. They know their phones are being tapped.
Listen, man. Listen. You're giving, and no offense to the general populace, but you're giving them too much credit. Most people are not aware because they don't care. We are aware because we have our ears tuned into things like this, because we're that type of person. We have that not even so much revolutionary mindset, but more so like we just don't want to be taken advantage of, and we are aware of what the government is, regardless of who the face of the government is. You see what I'm saying? But most regular people are living their lives day to day,
Right.
enjoying this great country that we live in.
Right.
And they could care less what's happening in Guantanamo Bay, honestly.
They could care less what happens in Guantanamo Bay, but they're gonna care when someone reacts to what's happening in Guantanamo Bay and they blow up somewhere.
Hmm.
Because what you're gonna happen is if someone's loved one is there and they're being force fed and they haven't seen their loved one now for 10 years, how do you react against the United States empire? Do you go and you get to their military base and fight them? No, you don't do that because you can't do that to the United States military. So what people do is they're gonna go after United States civilians. So when are people going to protest against Barack Obama and his treatment of these people in Guantanamo Bay? If this was Bush, if this was a Republican, if this was Bush, and I'm no Republican or Democrat, I can care less. But if this was Bush or a Republican or someone like that, people would be out in the streets like crazy. Barack Obama, before he got elected, he was out there speaking against the war in Iraq. He was out there speaking of it. Now he gets into power and he's doing the same thing Bush is doing, and he's even taking it a step further with his bombing campaigns. So, Barack Hussein Obama should be brought up on charges for torture because he signs off on these things.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Why?
I mean, like I don't think what's happening is right, but I think.
But who do you label? Who signed off on that?
I don't know, bro.
He is the commander of chief. That means he's the commander of the military. For them to do that, he has to sign off on it. So why not the person who signs off on it? Why isn't he brought up on charges? Why is he held accountable? If you disagree, if you think that's incorrect and you disagree with that video say can last for 20 minutes, 2 hours, and it can last twice a day.
Twice a day for 2 hours.
For 2 hours.
That's how long it takes to feed these people.
And some of these men have been there for 10 years without even being charged. Who do you blame? But the president.
But I mean, I think the president is the figurehead, so it's the easiest to blame him. Like, it could definitely be one of. I personally believe, and I'm not removing all blame for everything that happens under the president's watch, but he's the president of the United States. He doesn't know everything that happens in the infrastructure of the government.
He knows about that. Guantanamo, he knows about that because the military briefed him on that.
Maybe, or maybe not. How do you know this is not something that he signed and they said, this is what this means, sir? Sign this, and this is what happens. And then behind closed doors, they could be doing anything. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying that's the case.
And I answer that because before Barack Obama became president, the first time around, he said he was going to close Guantanamo Bay because of the torture. He ran on a campaign of closing Guantanamo Bay. He said he was going to close that place and allow these people to be charged. And he got into office and didn't do that. So he is to blame for that. He is to be blamed for continuous torture of these men, and they can't even go home and see their families. So Barack Obama should be brought up on charges.
I want to hop into the chat room real quick. Blackout says he didn't find it graphic, but in the medical industry, he's in the medical industry, so he's seen it done, just never to a conscious person. He said what people fail to understand is that if those prisoners die under his watch, he will be breaking international laws. I agree with it? No. But it is what it is.
What does that mean, Blackout? It is what it is for people to be tortured? Is that where we are now? Is that where we are? Where if Barack Obama is leading an administration that torture people? Oh, it is what it is. It's okay. It's all right.
Hey, hold up. Toon says if you want to charge him, you'd have to charge every leader.
Excuses.
Lilo asks, "What's up, Lilo? Can't they give them vitamins or nutrition intravenously?" Which is what I thought when I saw it. I'm like, why did they have to go through that method? And then Blackout answers, the problem with the IV is that they can keep ripping it out. But I don't even think that's possible because they chained him down. So if they put an IV in him,
They have to find a vein. But they have to find a vein.
they can. Oh yeah, and if he keeps struggling
right, it probably move. You know, like when you get in the shot.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, I guess.
It's just to make it a lot more difficult for them. It can be done, but it's a lot more difficult. Now, shoving it down their nose can be a lot easier for them. And I'm assuming since a lot of these people can be racist in their demeanor, while they're shoving it down their nose, they're telling them, F you Arab this, you Muslim that. Why are you trying to blow things up? They're being very disrespectful, and that's the history of the United States military.
We don't know that.
Oh, come on.
No, I mean, let's be realistic. Sundjata, you don't work there. You're not there.
But
it's easy for us to assume because we know the nature of this country, but we don't know that for a fact.
Brother, Sundjata is a follower of history, and this is what they did in Vietnam.
I'm again, that was advocate. Let me get to the chat room because we got to close off. 1908 says charge them for the drones too while they're at it.
That's right.
Blackout says you'd have to charge everybody from the top down. Lilo says I thought Obama was trying to close this place. I guess
so too, Lilo.
We all thought that.
Yeah, but I guess not.
Always Poppin' says should we allow them to die? And Blackout says that's not always true. They do some things without his knowledge so he can have the plausible deniability in court, which is what I was saying. Well, 908, they should start yesterday then because they have a slew of warmongers. Tunes, technically, they are trying to treat them, which is what I was saying also. Blackout, this is be the last comment. People like blaming the president but don't realize that while they think the president has last say, there are checks and balances. He is not the end-all, be-all. I agree.
Since I'm those people that you're referring to, Blackout, and I'm part of that group, I think the president should be charged because he signs off on this.
And is that your truth be told? Because we're out of time.
That's my truth be told.
My truth be told is it's disgusting what's happening in Guantanomo Bay. I think somebody should be charged. I think the practice should be stopped. But how is the question? Not something we can get in now because we'll be here for another 2 hours. But how can we actually make some sort of movement that will do something and it won't just be fanfare for the cameras? So on that note, we're out of time. We want to thank you guys for staying with us the whole 45 minutes. We try not to go over. Sometimes our topics are so engrossing we can't help it.
Right.
You love it. We love it too. You can catch us every Tuesday right here, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our Twitter is TBT Show, so at TBT Show to get in contact with us there. It's alltruth@gmail.com to get in contact with us via email. The Facebook page is facebook.com/itsalltruth. It's like one word. The Instagram is popping.
Truth Be Told Tuesday. We up on there.
Truth Be Told Tuesday. Please follow. Personal Twitters. RealEyez Mist. RealEyezMyst.
HW Substance.
What he said. And I think that's everything. You can catch all of our shows that were recorded on YouTube. I don't remember what that is. Sorry. But if you go to facebook.com/itsalltruth, the link's up there. All right. We want to thank you guys again. Shout outs to everybody watching.
Word. Peace.
And we'll check y'all next week. All right. Deuces.